Hello, our little spooks!
I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Lexi. Welcome to the Guarded by Demons podcast, where we discuss all things horror.
Hope you have your bags packed and ready, because during July we'll be hitting the road for some summer fun. This week we spent some time in Cape May, Oregon. We follow the reports of missing boys in the area and try to uncover the truth someone in the neighborhood is hiding. Today our little spooks will be discussing Summer of '84.
Hell yeah, we are. Dude, I'm gonna say it right now. I fucking love this movie. This movie was great. Thank you for making me watch it.
Yeah. So this was like my third time watching it. And the first time I watched it alone. The second time I watched it with my sister and mom. And then the third time I watched it with you.
Hell yeah.
And the reason why I suggested it to my mom was because we had just finished watching season 3 of Stranger Things.
Yes.
And this takes place in the 80s, 84.
Yeah, we got the bike kids and everything. Very Stephen King.
Yeah, I thought it was if you like Stranger Things, you'll like this movie. And if you like true crime and detective stuff, you'll also like this movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is I am a big true crime fan.
Same.
I adored this movie.
Same.
It was amazing.
There are a lot of nods to known serial killers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some facts about that we can discuss at the end.
Yeah.
But overall, this movie is very, very good. If you just don't like kids being injured or anything,
Don't watch it.
don't watch it.
Don't watch it. If you're sensitive to kids getting hurt, do not watch this.
Yeah, definitely don't watch this.
But with that being said, this is an excellent movie. We highly encourage you to go to Shudder, which is where we watched it, and go watch it before listening to this podcast, because we will be spoiling everything. Absolutely everything.
But also, you could rent it for, I think, $1.99 on Amazon Prime. So you can't do this on the app. You actually have to go to the website or on the app on your TV to be able to rent it. I don't know why it does that, but that's how it is.
Just very weird that it does that.
So you have to do that, or you can just watch it on Shudder.
Yeah. So
for as long as they have it.
Yeah, as long as they have it. Which, little side note, they got rid of Sleepaway Camp, and we're really bummed about it. Come on, Shudder. It's been around forever. Please bring it back. Bring it back. Please.
Yeah, Sleepaway Camp was on Shudder ever since Shudder launched.
Yeah.
And
shout out to you,
Phyllis
Felissa Rose, because you're fucking awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
She's not listening to this, probably. It's hard saying, though. Maybe.
Hard saying. But yeah, let's get into the movie.
Hell yeah. So, there was also an actor in here that I was really excited to see, and I only figured out who it was because you told me he was in Anne with an E.
Yeah.
And it's this guy, he's got glasses, his name was Curtis, right?
Yes.
And he plays Cole in Anne with an E. If you guys don't know that, Anne with an E is really good. It's not horror, but watch it. It's good. So we open up, and this dude, his name is Davey, right?
Yes.
I couldn't remember a lot of the names for some reason. But he is doing his Paperboy route. And we got a voiceover him talking about serial killers. They're your neighbors, basically. Which, I mean, makes sense. It's true. It's fucking scary, but it's true.
Yeah, it goes with the horror movie trope of it's always someone you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really scary to think about. And it's like a little suburb. And a cul-de-sac, which is really nice. It kind of looks like, which I know cul-de-sacs kind of look all the same. But this one specifically looks very similar to my 5th grade babysitter's cul-de-sac. And I loved going there after school.
It reminds me of one of the roads we used to take in Pasadena with my uncle. Whenever we would drop off my mom and aunt at work, we would just go around the houses, and this specifically this specifically reminds me of a few of the houses that had because it looks more has woods in the area.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of trees around the houses.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that reminds me of that.
Same for mine, because the woods, first of all, it's a 10-minute walk away from my school. But also the woods leads to the waterfall that's out back behind my school, and me and a friend of mine, two or three of my friends would go back there sometimes and hang out. It was really fun. I miss going there. I should take you there one of these days. It's really cool. I know the path and everything still.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, it's very fun. very fun. Anyway, Davy is delivering a newspaper to this guy named Mackie, who we find out later is a cop. And, like, Davy's asking, oh, why is there so much dirt on you? And Mackie's like, oh, I've been doing some gardening. Which, I guess you could say that.
Technically he is.
Technically he is. Like, if you're fucked in the head, yeah, technically he is. Jeez.
Yeah.
Told you guys we're spoiling this shit. Like,
yeah, we are spoiling this movie. So, go watch it on your own time.
Yeah.
It's definitely the best, like, hour, 45 minutes you'll spend.
Yeah. And this is probably not bad for me to say. I guess it depends on your opinion. But knowing this guy is a cop, I automatically didn't trust him.
Me neither.
I'm just like, don't like that. This will also be really interesting to rewatch because...
I think that's just me being, like, POC, so in general, I don't trust cops.
That's me seeing all the horror that you guys go through with cops, and I'm like, gross.
Yeah.
Like,
I've had my fair share of bad experiences with cops before, and it's just not great.
Oh,
so,
God.
like, when I first saw this movie, I was like, I don't like him. I don't care how nice he looks or how nice he acts. I don't like him.
You know, when I first saw him, you know who he reminded me of, kinda? He kinda reminded me of Bob from Stranger Things. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
He kinda has that Sean Astin kinda look about him.
He does. He really does.
I think it's the body shape for some reason. Like, he's got the same kind of belly, he's got the same round face, kinda. I think it's a similar haircut.
Yeah, I think he has, like, the same haircut, only a little longer.
Yeah.
A little longer.
A little longer.
But that was my first thought when I saw this movie. I had to look it up, and I was like,
is this Sean Astin?
It's not him.
Nah. But no, the difference between this guy and Bob is that Bob is actually a good person.
Yeah.
We love you, Bob.
What the fuck?
We love you, Bob. Bob was awesome. But, oh no. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that.
So we get Davy helping McKay go into his basement because they're moving something downstairs.
Yeah. Ah, shit, accidentally started it all over. Sorry, guys, give me a minute. Wow, I went Canadian for a second. I accidentally went sorry instead. Haha, whoops.
You fucking nerd.
Listen, I watch Anne with an E too fucking much. That's what happens.
This is me watching Degrassi.
But yeah, Mackie asks Davy to help him move something down to his basement, which I get that you know him.
Yeah.
But, and it's the 80s.
Well, like, yeah, it's the 80s, so, like, you're always trying to help out your neighbors and stuff like that. So, I guess there wasn't anything bad about it.
Especially in, like, the suburbs, cul-de-sac kind of place. You're like, you know your neighbors.
Yeah, especially since he's a cop.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you want to trust a cop?
But no, like, at the time, you're just like, well, he's a cop. Like, he's known my family ever since they moved here, too, so.
Yeah. Again, this is going to be really, that in particular, we'll get to that later, but you know what I'm pointing at, is really interesting rewatching everything.
Yeah, so he has, like, this photo wall that he claims is his family.
He's like, oh, don't keep them too close. They'll come knocking on your door every day, which, understandable.
Very understandable.
You would know. You would definitely know, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Went from California to Virginia.
My family did not tell me they were coming over. Like, at all. They would just walk in. Or they would just, like, come to the door, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? And they're like,
it's okay, Adam, we love you.
We just came to hang out. It wasn't even Adam.
It wasn't even Adam?
Nah, Adam, well, Adam won't tell me, but Diane will.
Ah.
So, there's that.
Shout out to Diane.
And then, like, my uncle, like, never told me either. So he was just, like, pop by. He's like,
yeah, there's only, like, certain people that I would be fine with just walking in. And that would be, like, you, obviously. Alex. Shout out to you, Alex. I doubt you're listening to this. But, hey, what's up? Can't wait to see you on Sunday, dude.
Hell yeah.
But, my cousin Jabin. And, like, maybe a couple, like, any of my friends. Any of my direct friends. Damien, Nick, Jay, Ty, all of them. Matt. All of them. But...
yeah, I'm, like, fine with friends.
Friends are fine. Family depends.
Family really does depend, because mostly for me, it was just, like, I need to feed you. What the fuck am I gonna feed you?
That's because you're a mom, basically.
It's just because I'm Hispanic and I grew up like that.
Yeah, it's true. You make some banging food, dude.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. Today's dinner was fucking great.
Hell yeah.
But anyway.
So what are they moving downstairs? I didn't even catch that.
I think it's like a side table or something.
Oh.
I never caught it. We'll see it here in a second.
Yeah, also, McKay does mention that he's working on a dark room.
Me, Mackie?
Yeah. McKay.
McKay. Is it McKay or is it Mackie?
I don't fucking know anymore.
I think it's Mackie. I heard Mackie several times.
Mackie.
Mac. Let's call him Mac.
Sounds like a McDonald's thing.
McMac.
McMac.
Oh, please leave that in. Please leave that in.
At this point, I don't think I'm gonna cut anything out. Okay,
that's fair. But, yeah, dark room. Dark rooms are fun. I really... depends on the situation.
Yeah.
This dark room is not gonna be fun later.
No. You guys are gonna probably get the unedited version of this because I'm too lazy.
Yeah. The only thing you're gonna get that's edited in is the fucking intro and the outro music.
Yeah. I mean, unless we really fuck up in some place, but, you know.
It's fine.
It's whatever.
If I sneeze, it's all over. It's all over Anakin. I've got the high ground.
Fucking nerd.
I've never even seen Star Wars.
The only one I've seen is, like, The Force Awakens.
I don't have any interest in seeing Star Wars. It's just not my thing.
I didn't either. I think it's okay. I think it's alright. I can see why people like it.
You know, yeah, for sure. It's a classic at this point, but, like, I just not into sci-fi. It has to be, like, a certain type of sci-fi for me.
Like, Stranger Things sci-fi is good.
Yeah, that's fun sci-fi. Futuristic sci-fi is kind of iffy. Detroit Become Human was really good.
That one's good.
That one's really good.
I like that one.
And then, the one I'm currently playing, Stray, is kind of cyber-esque.
Yeah.
Futuristic. Yeah, because there's no more humans.
Like it.
There's no more humans. It's just robots. But, that's a game I've been playing on Twitch. Just came out, and I love it so far.
It's cute, guys. It's very cute.
It's fucking cute, bro. But anyway, now we cut to Davey and a bunch of neighborhood kids all playing a game called Manhunt, which, when they said Manhunt, I automatically thought of the controversial game Manhunt by Rockstar Games. And I was like, what?
The only one. Because I thought that too, and I was like, how? I don't know, but okay. And then we figured out it's just an extreme game of hide and seek.
It's like flashlight hide and seek. It's like flashlight tag, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just, which reminds me, and I haven't listened to this. This is just a recommendation from another podcast I listen to, Guide to the Unknown. Kristen, Will, love you guys. Will actually, one of his favorite creepypastas is called A Game of Flashlight Tag or Flashlight Hide and Seek. I can't remember what it's called, but how do I explain it? It's basically, these kids are playing flashlight tag in the dark, obviously.
Yeah. And
they, like, can't find this one friend, and she ends up getting killed, and this, that, and the other. I don't know the full extent of the story. I'd have to listen to it, but it sounds very interesting, and I'm gonna have to take a listen to it later on. But yeah, Guide to the Unknown. Shout out to you guys. You guys are fucking sweet. But, anyway.
Now we get Davey and his group of friends just playing Manhunt.
Manhunt. Not the controversial snuff film of a game, I promise.
Nah, it's just hide and seek.
It's just kids being kids.
Yeah.
But, it's very interesting. This is where we meet Curtis for the first time. I was like, wait, he looks familiar. And you went off, Kimberly, and you looked him up.
Because I always do whenever she mentions something like this, I always automatically go to Google.
Yeah, and then you said, oh, he was an Anne with an E, and it immediately clicked. I was like, oh my god, like, and she laughed. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
He was in Anne with an E. I know exactly who he is. He's Cole. He plays the little gay guy, a little gay kid. I'm like, yes, blessed be. He's a really sweet guy. He's
we
really
get
sweet.
Davey hiding in a bush, but it's in front of Mackie's house.
Yeah, he's got a kid in his house.
Big fucking window.
Big fucking window. Close the blinds, guy.
Yeah.
This is how you get caught.
If you're gonna do what you're gonna do, be smart about it, because obviously you're not.
Guarded by Demons Pod is not responsible by any murders.
No.
Do not commit murder.
No, we are not. We are not encouraging that at all, but, like, be smart about it.
Oh, man.
But yeah, Davey sees this one kid,
with red curly hair, sitting in there with, Mackie, and I guess Mackie's on the phone.
Yeah. But it's that one instance where, like, oh, he looks away, and then he looks back, and they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
So now we cut to the lads. There's 4 lads, right? Yeah, 4 lads. All sitting up in a treehouse, and they're looking at a porno mag.
It's funny.
Just teenage boys being teenage boys. TBH.
Yeah. This is what I call boys being boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the best kind of boys being boys, in my opinion. But it's still boys being boys. Yeah. They're like, as long as they're not hurting anybody, it's fine. Like,
pretty much. So we get Davy, Curtis,
Woody,
and Eats.
Don't ask me, dude. I've only seen this once.
I might have seen this 3 times, but the time I saw it with you was like a year after I saw it with my mom, so...
Yeah. To be fair, like, they don't really say each other's names a whole lot, which is why I think we had, or at least me, I had trouble getting their names. Like, I always have trouble getting, like, that's what I had trouble with for Friday the 13th, is that they didn't really say each other's names a whole lot. Which works because they've known each other for so long. I'm adjusting myself. But they've known each other for so long that they wouldn't have to, like, say their names. They just look at each other. They're just like, hey.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Basically. But, yeah.
So we have Curtis, Davy, Woody, and Eats.
Yeah. And we very quickly learned that Davy is into, conspiracy theories.
Yeah. He's very into true crime and conspiracy theories.
Yeah. And he believes that their houses were built on native burial grounds and believes he had a demon in his house and yada yada yada. We pick up pretty quick that this kid would probably be a great detective when he grows up.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest.
Definitely.
After this movie, I'm like, dude, if he is anything but, I'll be so mad.
Same.
Like, oh, man. And they're wrestling over a porno magazine.
But yeah, we do get a montage of, like, what's on his wall.
Yeah, which a lot of it is really out there.
Very out there.
Yeah.
Like, zombies and stuff like that.
Yeah, fucking Nazi base on the moon.
One of zombies, cannibals.
No, there was one for Nazis having a base in the moon.
Yeah, I said
Oh,
like,
you
zombies,
said zombies.
and I was like, wait, no, not zombies, just cannibals.
Cannibals. Cannibalism. Fun.
Which, like, same shit to me, honestly.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like,
yeah. But we get Davy's mom coming in to tuck him into bed.
Yeah.
And I think
he's reading Stephen King.
Probably, maybe?
I think it said Stephen King at the top of the, like, where they have the author at the very top of the book.
Mm-hmm.
On each page.
Yeah, so he acts like he's going to sleep, but he gets his walkie-talkie out.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And he's gonna go spy on the neighborhood girl. Her name is Nikki.
Which used to be his babysitter.
Oh, really? I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Shit. Why is that always a thing?
That's how they, like, make fun of him for it.
This kid also looks very familiar. I don't know where I've seen him. You gonna look it up?
Yeah.
God, he looks so familiar. Where are you from, kid?
He's on Stargirl, Summer of '84, Woody Woodpecker.
What? Woody Woodpecker?
A voice in it.
Oh, I forgot there was a fucking movie. Son of a bitch.
He's on The Good Doctor, 50 Shades of Fright.
50 Shades of Fright. Rather than 50 Shades of Grey, thank God. Oh, he looks like the guy who played Max in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. A little bit. The face. Not the hair, but the face.
It does look like him, but it can't be him.
No. That dude's all grown up now.
It obviously cannot be him.
That dude is way past grown up by now. That dude is older than me.
Yeah.
But, anyway, we cut to the next day, and Davy is cleaning up trash because they have a raccoon problem, which we do too. We got a little fucker bandit that likes to steal cake containers. Little shit. He's chunky too. He's a chunky raccoon.
Chunky.
He just looked at us.
He's a chunky boy.
Like, so here's the thing, guys. Like, I was sitting in here and I heard rustling outside, and she was getting ready to go to sleep. I heard rustling out on the deck because my window is, like, right where the deck is, too. So I went out there, I turned on the light, and there he was. Just staring at me. With a fucking single-serve cake container that I'd eaten earlier that day in his hand.
And he ran.
He put it in his mouth, and he ran off with it.
Yeah.
And then dropped it at the bottom of the stairs. I'm like, bro, little shit. He was fat. He was a fat raccoon. I'd never seen a raccoon that close before. He was cute, though. Just a little shithead. Got into shit. But anyway.
Don't you want to just domesticate them?
Yes. I want to feed him popcorn while he lays on his back. Put the popcorn on his belly, he eat like that.
Hell yeah.
It's adorable. I fucking love them. But they're fucking messy as shit, dude.
Yeah. I still think it's funny that Davey's complaining about it.
Yeah.
About the trash.
Yeah. What I mean, that's a strong raccoon, by the way.
Yeah.
Bring over a metal trash can like that. Jeez. To be fair, we leave, like, bags of trash out on the deck, just so it doesn't stink up the house. So now we cut to the four boys biking down the road. Or sidewalk, rather. And I didn't catch where they said they were going. Oh, the bowling alley. That's right.
Bowling alleys are fun. I've only been there once, though.
Oh, there's a bowling alley near the AMC we went to when we went to go see the Black Phone.
Oh, yeah, I remember
just down the road. I had my 8th birthday party there. It was very fun.
Nice.
And they also have some arcade games and stuff there, too. And air hockey. It's more than just a bowling alley, I should say. It's fun, though. Haven't been there in a while. Last time I went there, I went with Adriana. And we just had an aunt and niece day. Which is funny, guys, because my niece is older than me. But...
I mean, I'm older than my uncle.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. So they're like... they're playing the arcade games in the fucking bowling alley. And they're like... peeking on some girls. And Davey spots Nikki. She's got these really cute rainbow suspenders on that I really like.
Same. They're cute.
Not me wanting to get them for you one day. She's a DJ.
I mean, Hot Topic sells lesbian ones, so...
Don't tempt me. I will get them for you.
But I like how they all just stare at her and then make fun of Davey for it.
Yeah. Because they know he likes her.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
It is funny. It's like puppy love, man.
Yeah.
That's what that is. So now we get back home. We got a fucking TV dinner of, I guess, just macaroni and cheese. Which, you know what? Valid. Especially if it's like a Friday night. You're like, eh.
Yeah.
Don't feel like really cooking anything. just have some macaroni and cheese.
But we have that typical, like, family moment where they're sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah. I do have to say, his dad looks like an older version of Matthias from YouTube.
I can see it.
Like, he looks just like him. It's kind of funky.
I can see it.
He actually looks like his brother. J. Fred, I think his name is. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. It's been a hot minute. Oh, good. I spelled Nikki's fucking name right. I'm so glad.
It's kind of hard to misspell Nikki.
Well, I mean, it could be Nikki, or it could be Nicki. Or a Y instead of an I.
You know, you're right. I've never seen anybody spell it CKY or CKI.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj spells it like that, though.
I think that's the only one, though, that I've ever seen.
I was going to say Stevie Nicks, but that's different.
Yeah, that is different.
So anyway, now Davey's back up in his room, and there's a phone call going through, and Davey is eavesdropping about a serial killer going around who's killed 13 kids.
Oh, yeah, we should mention that his dad's, like, a newspaper reporter, right?
I think so, yeah, something like that. Which makes sense if he's a paperboy.
Yeah. So he's,
telling his friends that there's a serial killer.
They're all invested at this point.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, like...
Yeah, at this point in time, they are all invested, and I love that. So Davey goes downstairs, and he sees the news with his mom.
Yeah, it makes sense, because presumably this is a small town, and shit like this doesn't really... Well, we do know it does happen, but, like, shit like this doesn't really happen around here, anyway.
It's small town Oregon, pretty much.
Yeah.
So what we know right now is that, like, 13 boys have gone missing throughout the summer.
Yeah, or killed. So I can't, they said missing or killed, right? Missing.
They
right?
said missing.
Males aged 12 to 16.
Yeah.
So that's fucked up.
I like that Davey's, like, so enthusiastic about this. So it drives forward that he could be, like, a detective. Or, like, at least someone like his dad who reports on the news and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. And he's really excited about there being a serial killer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of fucked up, but I understand.
But when you're in a town that doesn't do anything...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like...
You jump at any chance when there's gonna be something happening.
Not just spying on Nikki because she's taking her shirt off.
She's changing.
She's changing. And there goes the bra. We don't get little titty peek, though. Thank God.
No, there's nothing explicit in this movie except that one part. When we get to it, we'll let you know what it is. But it's just that one part. Other than that, they're all taking turns with the fucking binoculars.
Except for Davy.
Yeah. I think it's funny that Davy was just left standing there while everyone else ducked when Nikki turned around.
My guy, you should have ducked.
Yeah, well, he's not gonna. But now we get them at it's like the school library, isn't it? Or just a library in general?
I think it's just a library in general. Because I don't think a school library would have newspaper clippings like this.
We don't know that. It's the 80s.
Who fucking knows, bro? Well, especially since you have to use, like, one of those microscope things as well to look at it close up. Which is a hard maybe, but I don't know.
It's a hard maybe. I think it's just a regular library, though. But they're just in there, and they're looking at one of the newspapers.
Guys, we didn't grow up in the 80s. We don't know this shit.
Nah, I grew up in, like, late 90s, early 2000s.
I was almost a 90s baby. Almost. By 2 months.
By 2 months.
By 2 months. That's fine. So now they're looking over all of the
missing children.
The missing kids. Not just boobies. We're just sitting here watching.
What they do, they're going to,
They're going to investigate Mackie's house. Mac's house. McMac. It's gonna be one of the stupider jokes we've made on this fucking podcast.
Yeah. Is it that they're gonna go explore?
It's either that or they're getting ready to play, Manhunt.
Probably Manhunt.
I think it's Manhunt with all these. There's because there's more than 4 people here, so they're probably getting ready to go play Manhunt.
Oh, probably.
Maybe, unless they're just like.
Oh no! They're
at
searching
Sandy's house.
Yeah.
That's right. I couldn't remember for some reason. To be fair, this is like around the same time they start playing Manhunt, though.
Yeah, so that's why we were like kind of.
Yeah, it's dusk right now, so it's got that blue hue right when the sun's gone over the mountain. Or, like, just over the horizon.
Yeah, right now they're just checking to see
if Sammy's home. Because Peeps is missing. So, Eats and Curtis dip because they've got other things to do. They don't want to worry about those at the moment. They can't really play Manhunt now because there's a serial killer going around. And they don't know who it is yet.
Well, not even a serial killer because they don't know if it's a serial killer.
No, but they said serial killer.
Oh, they did. Right.
Because it's 13 kids and between the ages of 12 and 16, which serial killer pattern. Serial killers, like, have their trademark.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this trademark is kids and, finding out later, taking photographs of said kids.
Ew.
Which is gross. Not that kind of photograph, but, like, still.
No.
So my dude is making a PB&J. I don't know why he did that instead of making fucking pizza, but whatever. Or ordering pizza because his dad left the money right there in the fridge. If you're not even going to make the pizza, take the money.
I mean...
Take the money. That's what I would do.
It's the morning.
No, it's not. That's just a light in the kitchen.
Oh.
I think so, yeah. I think. I could be wrong, though.
I don't think so. But, he sees the back of the milk carton, and it's the same boy that he saw in, Mackie's living room with him the other night.
Yeah. So, for preference, guys, they have a milk carton, and they used to have the missing children's stuff on milk cartons. Which I don't think they still do they?
I don't think they do that anymore, but, from what I researched, 84 was the first year they ever did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. That's kind of fucked up. I don't want to think about a missing child while I'm eating my cereal in the morning.
Well, they did that because in the early to mid 80s was when kids started to disappear.
Yeah.
So they took into initiative to do that so they could spread information more.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is...
It makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah. But also, like, God, everybody fucking hitchhiked in the 70s and the 80s. I don't know how half the people that are alive today are fucking alive.
I mean, most aren't, but there you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I know.
So, Davey's talking about how he saw this kid last in Mackie's house, And when he was down in the basement, he had a padlocked room. So
Yeah, so he's making his case where he does think it's McKay.
yeah.
And everyone's like, that's just...
He's a cop.
Yeah, he's
he's
cop.
got a good reputation. And then Davy's like, well, that's the perfect plan, though.
Yeah,
because no one's gonna
that's the perfect cover.
No one back then is gonna suspect a cop.
No one still suspects a cop. It's still like...
I will.
I mean, we all will. But, like, on the force, or people who are close to them, they're not gonna suspect the shit.
No. Which is fucked up, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah. So he's trying to convince them and everything, and then they go out to observe his daily schedule.
Yeah.
To figure out when he's home, when he's not home, and, like, what exactly he's doing.
Yeah.
Because they do say that, someone from, like, the hardware store or something that he goes to, they say that they see
he buys 100 pounds of dirt every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
I like that every shot that we get of the kids just zoomed in.
Yeah.
While they're looking at
zoom.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But yeah, they are observing him so they can make a plan of what to do exactly.
Yeah. Like when they could possibly break into his house, look around for clues, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Which is very smart.
Yes. And they have everything written down on the board.
I would have worn gloves, though.
Yeah.
Although fingerprinting wasn't too big of a thing yet.
No. But they're kids.
Yeah.
They're not going to think about that.
But they are really smart. Well, at least 2 out of the 4.
Yeah.
Half the party is smart.
Which, honestly, is believable. Very believable.
Yeah.
So we get Davy looking out to whose house?
I think he's spying on Mackie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mackie. Yeah, there you go. He's taking out 2 trash cans. And they figure that he might be cutting up body parts and putting them in there. So they go, later on, dig around in his trash can. And just blame it on the raccoons.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, smart.
Very smart, knowing that raccoons have been going into people's trashes.
Yeah. Sneaky fuckers. But they are, dude. They're so their little hands.
Yeah, I know they are.
They just want that Chicago za, bro. This is not Chicago. That's a little joke for us.
Yeah.
Just hey, how's it going? This was a very fun movie to watch. For a while, I didn't even I couldn't decide whether or not I thought Mackie was the killer or not.
Yeah, that's what's
I was like, this
freaking
is
great about this
fucking
movie.
with my head, dude. Like,
it's so good. That's why.
I was like, what the fuck? And you were like, should I just tell you? I was like, no, don't tell me.
At some point, because you were like looking really confused, and I was like, do you want me to tell you, or like, nah?
I'm like, no, because I knew it was gonna unravel at some point.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me. That's not fun. I like to keep guessing. This is the kind of movie where you'll be guessing the entire time until, like, secrets are unveiled. And again, if you're listening to this without having seen it, we've already spoiled it for you. What are you doing? Heed our warning at the beginning. Go watch this movie.
Yeah. But I mean, I can guarantee you didn't think the ending was gonna end that way.
No!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a fucking bummer, dude.
This is like the second movie we've seen that's a bummer.
What was the first one?
Sort of. We saw The Black Phone.
Oh yeah, that was kind of a bummer.
That was kind of a bummer. A little bit.
It's less of a bummer than this one.
Yes. But also definitely, if you like supernatural and I guess kind of like a true crime type of thing, go watch The Black Phone.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's a good movie if you like that.
If you like a mix between paranormal and true crime, Black Phone, definitely go see it.
Definitely.
Again,
there is a warning though, like if you're not...
if you're triggered by child abuse, do not go see it. It was very uncomfortable to see.
That scene just goes on for too long.
Yeah.
But it's still a good movie regardless of that scene.
If you guys are worried it's not sexual abuse or anything like that, it's just like a kid, she's like, what, 10? Something like that? Getting fucking spanked with a belt.
Yeah.
Which is not cool.
No.
I hate that. If you spank your kids, you're a bad person. I'm sorry. If you lay a hand on your kids in any way, shape, or form in that way, or any other way, you're a bad person. I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's just not how you punish a child. That's just teaching your kids to be scared of you.
Yeah. So, back to the movie.
Mm-hmm. So Woody wanted to go stay at Davy's house, but decides to stay at home anyway because his mom has clearly been struggling with depression, anxiety, alcoholism, it seems. And he's just taking care of her, being a good kid.
I mean, also she's been like working long shifts.
Yeah.
So she's hardly ever home, and by the time she is home, she's just exhausted.
Yeah. And just like...
Yeah, so he decides to stay home and
watch over her.
Yeah.
And poor Davy's like wondering where he is.
He does hear like the doorbell ring or someone knock at the door.
It's a doorbell.
Yeah.
At 12:30 at night.
So he thinks it's Woody, but it's actually Nikki.
Yeah. Surprise.
So we learned a little earlier from Davy's dad that Nikki's parents are getting divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sucks because like she goes on this whole entire thing where she thinks like love is pretty much like bullshit.
Yeah.
Because she felt like
she didn't think anything was wrong.
Yeah, she didn't think anything was wrong with her parents.
They did a very good job at
was.
hiding it from her.
Yeah.
Which I think, to be honest, is a pretty good thing to do. Because, well, seeing your parents argue is normal, but fighting is just not great.
No, it's not.
If they're, like, the thing is they stayed calm about it is my thing.
Yeah, but yeah, she's over. I feel like she went over to try and just distract herself from everything.
Yeah. She yoinks the soda from the fridge.
Yeah, so she, again, was Davy's, like, old babysitter. And she looks around and she does say, like, oh, your mom, like, moves stuff around in the living room.
That's what I was confused about. I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't catch that she was his babysitter the first time.
And she goes to his room and looks out his window, and she pokes fun at the fact that, like, oh, you can actually, like, have a good view of her room.
Parents get back home, and she has to sneak out through his window to go back home. He's pretty excited about it.
Oh, he's pretty excited about it because he almost got kissed.
Yeah.
This kid right here, though, we cut to, like, this one kid leaving a house, and I think he's, like, walking home.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not part of, like, the main group or anything,
No,
right?
he's not.
No. He's just a random kid that we are now in focus of.
Honestly, I forgot about this
And-
guy. Oh! I know who this guy is. Okay, nope, never mind. Never fucking mind. I remember who he is now.
Amazing.
Ooh! I didn't see his face, that's why. Ooh. Jeez, man.
Yeah, but he sees something or someone walking behind him or something. And he starts running away.
But then gets chloroformed.
Yeah.
And kidnapped. And driven away. To where? We don't know.
No.
Yet. So we cut to the next day. Mac is on his way to work in his police cruiser. And I think... Are the boys gonna... He's either on his way to work or the hardware store. I can't remember which. I think it's the hardware store.
It's the hardware store because they're gonna follow him in a car that, it's Woody's mom's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's funny that, like, Woody's scared and everything, and, I think Eats is like, it doesn't matter that you look 35.
Yeah. And Woody's scared that his mom's gonna get him in trouble. Like, he's gonna get in trouble with his mom.
Yeah.
But Curtis is like, dude, your mom just got off of work from a 36-hour shift. She won't be up for hours. I'm like,
Exactly.
yeah, valid. Also, damn, 36 hours? She must be a nurse or something. Right?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, that's a... Anyway.
Now we get the group following him to the hardware store.
Yeah.
We can see that he does buy that
A
fucking
shit ton
dirt.
of dirt, man!
He buys
Oh
dirt.
my
He
God.
buys... What is it? Doesn't he buy, like, a pickaxe or
He
something?
buys a pickaxe and 2 shovels.
Yeah.
A shit ton of dirt.
Fucking amazing. That no one questions it.
No one
But I
questions
mean,
it. It's because he's a cop, man.
Not that he's a cop, but also with the... I guess they're just assumed because it's with the project he's doing for...
the thing. But even then, he's getting 100 pounds of dirt every
No one's gonna
single
question it.
weekend. Every weekend.
No one is going to question it because of that project.
Yeah. And keeping in mind, guys, this is like every weekend. There are 13 kids missing. That
Yeah.
is 1,300 pounds of dirt.
Yeah.
You don't need that much dirt for some fucking flowers, man. Even if it is a big project.
Pretty much.
Because if it's already in dirt, then you're gonna just dig up that dirt and plant the flowers. And I get that you want to get healthy dirt for those, but, like, come on.
It's not gonna happen though. But now we get the group arguing over Woody's driving because he's driving really slow.
Yeah. They almost T-bone somebody. Tailbone? T-bone? T-bone. I said tailbone because I have a broken tailbone. But now they're gonna get pulled over by a cop, and they're scared because they think it's Mac, but it's just some other dude. I didn't catch his name.
It's a different cop. I forgot his name too. But
it's a black guy. He pulls him over. He's like, "You're lucky I'm not somebody else." I'm like,
yeah, but he lets them go.
He does let them go. He just lets them off with a warning.
Yeah. It's mostly because, like, he knows Woody's mom, and he knows, like, how worried she'd be about everything.
Yeah. He seems like a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. He's a very nice guy.
The
fact that he, like, let them off like that.
Yeah, this is a nice cop.
Yes.
It's a good cop.
And then we get...
Yeah, the cop's like, I can't bust you because how am I going to look your mother in the eye at church? I'm like, you know what? That's fair. So, Eats and his name is Officer Cole have some kind of history. We're not divulged in what that history is, but they know each other. And Eats is like this little bad boy, basically.
Yeah.
Which he's got reasons for that. So, he's almost always talking about sex. I'm like, bro, shut up. Get some fucking lube and a mag, please.
But I mean, he does, so.
Yeah, he's already yoinked 2 mags already.
Yep.
So now we come back, it's nighttime. Mackie's just pulled up in his just at home car, I guess.
Yeah, it's a different car than what he had earlier. It's not his police cruiser.
Yeah, so the dirt is in the cruiser.
Yeah.
We don't know where the cruiser is right now.
No. And then Davey's calling that in to the group, and he's like, yeah, he does not have the same car. We don't know where the dirt is, or like just his supplies that he bought.
Yeah.
They don't know where it is anymore.
Oh. So now Nikki is at his window throwing pebbles, and they're gonna go to, what was that, beer or?
I don't know.
Gross.
I can't see what it is, dude.
It looks like beer. I don't. Ew, I think it's Coors. Gross.
It's gross.
Beer just tastes like piss, guys. If you like beer, I'm sorry. Like, you're weird. So they're just, Nikki and Davey are talking about Nikki's parents getting divorced and how she thought that everything was fine, and they just out of the blue one day told him that they were splitting, and she's really insecure because she can't talk to it with anybody except for Davey, it seems, which is sad.
It's very sad. But I mean, the reason why she can't talk about it is because she thinks it's out of place, like it's not normal, because every single one of her friends, like, their parents are still together.
Yeah. Which I can understand, but I mean...
and I mean, like, Davey brings up, like, well, how do you know that they're still together? Like, you don't know anybody else's, like, life. Like, they could keep it all together, just like your parents did.
Yeah. And he confesses to her that he thinks that Mackie's the killer. That's been going around. And
she does warn him, like, you need to stop that.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want him to get in trouble or anything.
Yeah. And she tells him that you shouldn't be spying on him because he's a cop, and if your parents found out, they would lose their minds. This, that, and the other. Which, understandable. And they do. But, like, Dad really, like, was like, are you kidding me?
I was really disappointed in the
Come on, Dad.
I was so mad, man.
At least he apologizes later.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and then I feel really bad. I'm like, yeah, which I mean, I can kind of understand where like he's coming from, because this is a cop that's supposed to be like protecting the neighborhood and stuff like that, and like it seems like a really nice guy. He doesn't, like, to him, he doesn't do anything weird, but especially like this makes sense for like a kid to do this, mostly because it's summertime. And they
have a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the 80s, so, like, there's not, like, Xbox or anything like that. So, like, what are kids gonna do? They're just, like, gonna snoop. They're gonna snoop and get into shit.
Pretty much.
Which, I mean, kids still do that. But, I mean, not as often.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's fine. Let's cut to the next day. The kids are playing a little bit of baseball. Somewhat baseball. It's just basically hit and catch, which is what I would play with my dad. And Mackie's got a cooler, and he offers everyone a Freezy Pop, which I'm like, that's kind of fucking weird. because these are like little kids.
It's weird, but again, it's the 80s. You trust your neighbors and everything, so that's like not uncommon to do.
I'd be like Murray from Stranger Things. I'm not trusting anybody.
Yeah. But that's like not uncommon to do. Plus, he's like a cop, so everyone's gonna like him anyway.
Yeah. I have to say, their treehouse is fucking sick, dude.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, yeah, they have like whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's whiskey.
So we cut to the group in the treehouse, and they're all taking
swigs
of whiskey.
And they don't like it very much, except for Eats.
Yeah.
Because, of course, Eats does. I don't think I would like whiskey either, but I'm not sure. I've never had it.
I don't like whiskey.
You don't like whiskey?
No.
Yeah, you only like vodka, really, don't you?
Yeah.
I need to sneeze.
It's because it's easy to mask.
Yeah. Yeah, I like vodka, too. Again, it's easy to mask.
Yeah, that's why.
I guarantee they just, like, put cream soda or something in that bottle. I can tell because, like, the way the bottle looks, it's kind of, like... You know how soda makes...
Probably just water and food coloring.
Maybe. But I think it might be cream soda, though, because you know how, like, soda just basically makes your glass, like, when it's been drank a little bit, it makes the glass a little bit cloudy, look sticky?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's doing to the whiskey bottle. And I don't think whiskey does that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I can go look at the whiskey bottle we've got on the shelf in there, but, like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't do that. So now they're back at Sammy's house because they're still missing. The door is unlocked this time because they tried to get in last time. Which, Sammy is one of the people that are missing right now. Quote unquote. Although I think just him and his family are on vacation, according to Nikki, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, they didn't hear about that, though.
No, they didn't.
So that's why they're, like, worried. That's why they're going out to look.
Yeah.
And the door is, like, open. It's not locked. The front door is open.
Yeah.
And we find out it's because Nikki's in there.
Yeah, Nikki's just dog sitting.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we're getting ready to go cat sitting this weekend.
Yes.
For the next week. This could be fun.
Difference is, she just goes in,
Feeds him, takes him out, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, then leaves.
And they do notice that there's something that smells like roadkill.
Gross.
Which I don't remember what that was.
I don't either.
We'll find out here in a second. Thank God I've never actually smelled roadkill before. I would be not okay with that.
Oh, it's disgusting.
I think it's just because, like, something got into the trash. Like, the dog probably got into the trash, I think.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, the dog got into the trash. That's what that is. We don't get to see the good boy, which makes me sad, but whatever.
It's okay, though.
It's okay.
It's okay, though. But we also get, like, the group getting scared over a phone call.
Yeah.
Because someone's calling the house.
Yeah.
And the phone starts ringing, but then again, they get scared because Nikki pops out.
Oh, yeah, she scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And you're laughing at my misery.
I thought it was funny.
Oh, my God.
I thought it was funny. But yeah, she's fucking wondering why they're there, and everyone's wondering why she's there.
Oh, it's cats. She's looking after cats, not a dog.
It's gross. Cat got into the trash.
Come on, man. I don't know, Phantom would probably get into the trash. If there was something interesting enough.
I think you would. I think Phantom would.
Little shit. Suki wouldn't. She's too old for that.
No.
She yells for attention. That's all she does, really. Well, he does too, but he is also a little shithead. But,
yes.
Like, lovingly, he's a shithead.
That is your shithead.
He is. He's my baby. So, Eats asks Nikki if her and Davey are hooking up. And fucking Nikki basically, it just plays into it. And just like to boost Davey's ego in front of his friends, which I think was really funny.
I thought it was cute.
It was cute because she's just like got a funny
go
grin
along with it.
like to herself the day, like the other side of the door. So they're gonna play Manhunt tonight, and Davey has found an extra set of walkies? Is that what those were?
Yeah.
They just look different than his OG ones. Audio surveillance. Yeah, I didn't catch that last time. I was vigorously writing notes. Like, it's very fun to like rewatch stuff like this because you like you miss stuff the first time around.
Yeah.
It's very fun. So they go off to play Manhunt. Totally not spying on McMack over here. So they're planting this, I guess it's not really a walkie, it's just like, is it a walkie? I don't know.
I think it's just an audio device that I think it is like a walkie, kind of like
yeah,
one.
Like you can talk through it and listen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess it kind of is a walkie.
I think it is, but I think it's like it's paired with the one that Davy has.
Yeah.
And everyone,
he's got two.
Yeah, and everyone's just like, I think, on the lookout pretty much right now.
So they got spotted by one kid, he's not doing anything. And Eats sees Mackie with rubber gloves on and bleach, and he's cleaning something. They don't know what. He comes downstairs and there's blood on his shirt, which is totally not fishy at all. Mackie goes down to the basement.
But they can't figure out what he's doing because the basement's blacked out.
Yeah, the windows are painted over. Which is also a warning sign. That's not good news. Just get a curtain. Like, most people just get curtains for their basement windows and not paint them black. So Mackie spots Davy just outside of his window, but they're able to play it off because they're playing Manhunt. Which, I mean, it's just a thing that they do in the neighborhood anyway, so that's fine. So they're having trouble with the walkies because the distance is too far away and they can't hear anything. So Davy's frustrated because it's not going to be able to pick up anything from that far away. Oh, it's literally called the G.I. Joe. Okay. So Mackie pops up because Davy's outside of his house trying to get the G.I. Joe to work. And he's very good at playing off that, oh, he's just picking up the money for his Paperboy route.
Yeah.
Ugh. God.
It's also very smart of Davy to not, like, go into the backyard. He's just waiting by the fence.
Dude, Davy is so fucking good at playing off that he was totally just not trying to calibrate his G.I. Joe right now. I was like, that fucking smile is very convincing. He did a very good job. I'm proud of this boy.
Yeah, he sees the shovel and the dirt that's in the backyard.
Which looks totally inconspicuous.
Definitely doesn't look like a grave.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely not.
Mackie says that he has, like, at least like two, like, walkie-talkies that's retired from the police force.
Because he notices the G.I. Joe on his hip, and he's like, oh, you know, those things are, like, not very good for Manhunt, right? Because he knows that they're pretty cheap. So
he offers to give him those and says that they pick up pretty much everything.
Now I'm just, like, rewatching it, I'm like, that's fucking fishy as shit, dude. Because, like, you can just tap into the radio station. If he's got more walkies of the same kind in his house, he'd be able to listen to what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because I think pretty early on...
Oh, so we get...
He figures that they're spying on him anyway.
Yeah.
And he does spot them, or spot Davy later that night because Davy's, like, peeking at his house with his binoculars.
Yeah, he spots him, like, looking at him directly from his window.
Yep, and has the G.I. Joe up in the window. That was up by his front door.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're calling for an emergency meeting over in the treehouse, which I do totally think that Mackie's onto them at this point.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
He's just very good at hiding it. Again, this is, like, really fun to rewatch because, like, he seems so innocent at first, even though we know he's not at this point. I don't remember what was in the yard that was buried there. Do you remember? I don't remember.
They don't find anything.
Oh. I wonder why I bet he did that on purpose to throw them off. There's no way in hell he didn't.
Most likely. But
this is fun to piece together again. It's very fun.
They didn't find anything in the backyard. It's in the shed where they find something.
Yeah. He definitely had
so
to
right
have
now,
done that on purpose.
They have Woody and Curtis following...
to a storage unit. Following Mackie to a storage unit.
Yes.
And he's got a fucking beautiful emerald-colored, old-fashioned Volkswagen Bug in that puppy. Mm-hmm. It's very pretty, and I want it.
It's super pretty.
I love the color. It's a shame this asshole is driving it. I will take it off your hands, good sir.
Yeah, but basically they're just spying on him, trying to figure out, like, what exactly he's doing. And he comes out with the beetle.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're just like, oh shit, what if he's going back to his house? Because Eats and Davy are there digging up what Davy saw basically in his backyard.
And Woody also makes note of a chemical that he has in his storage unit, NaOH, which he reads as Noah, but it's more like now. But it's NaOH. The only lowercase letter in that is the A. And we'll find out later that it's actually a chemical to, like, mask the smell of, like, bodies and stuff like that.
It's not just to mask the smell, it's to
melt them down.
Yeah, to melt them down.
Which is fucked up.
Just basically what he's doing.
That is so inconspicuous. Like,
well, it's what he's doing. It's a smart move on his...
It's very smart. Also, I really hope nobody actually takes this as advice to do this kind of thing, because it's fucked up. Also, these two doofuses digging in the garden accidentally bury their fucking walkie-talkie.
But they end up looking in the shed because they can't find anything when they're digging up the dirt. And they actually find an MTV shirt that's
got blood.
Yeah. It's got blood on it.
Dude, this is, like, such a fun movie to watch unravel.
Yeah.
It's very sad. It's satisfying up until the very end, because then it's just sad. But, like...
Yeah. But we get them breaking into the shed, and that's where they find the bloody shirt.
Yep.
And Woody and Curtis, like, scare Eats and Davy.
Eats and Davy are the ones breaking into the shed. Eats knows how to lockpick.
Yeah.
Which I want to learn how to lockpick, TBH.
Same.
I hear it's actually really easy. Don't take this as advice, okay? Just because I say that lockpicking is easy doesn't mean it actually is. We've never tried it.
Oh, no.
No, don't lockpick. Save that for Skyrim, okay?
Or, you know, in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, there you go. Like that's gonna happen anytime soon?
No, it's not gonna happen anytime soon, but I mean, if you're Joe Valentine, you know.
Yeah.
You could unlock anything.
Leon.
Leon can't unlock shit.
He's puppy, okay? He has no thought head empty.
It's a mood. Me too.
Depends on which Resident Evil we're talking about.
All of them.
You got me. He's got puppy energy in 2, but himbo energy the rest.
Yeah. Is baby himbo energy in 2.
Yeah. They do I do have to say about the shirt that this is the redhead kid's MTV shirt that he was wearing.
Yeah, the kid on the milk carton that they were talking about earlier.
That was in Mackie's house that Davey saw.
Mm-hmm.
So they find the bloody MTV shirt, which I've already said, sorry. But they share it with each other, the stuff that they've seen, and...
Yeah, and this is the scene where basically they figure out the thing that Woody...
The chemical, yeah.
Yeah, that Woody saw is a chemical that breaks down the body and masks the smell. So that's why you can't smell anything.
Yeah. But Woody... I guess Woody might have dyslexia because it's NaOH, and he says it's called Noah, but it's different.
Yeah, but Curtis is the one who, like, actually knows what it is.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Because Curtis is a smart dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, sodium hydroxide. That's what that is. Yeah. It's not used in gardening.
No, definitely not.
No. It's toxic to plants. So, he's not using it for gardening. Clearly. It's so fascinating to fucking watch. Breaks down the chemical bonds that keep flesh intact, turning organic tissue to liquid. Which I wonder how true that is. Frequently used to decompose roadkill dumped in landfills. Ah! Reduce the odor of decomposition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really smart. I hate how smart that is. I hope this doesn't actually still track. I hope that's more detectable. So now they're gonna tell the dad...
Davy's parents, basically.
Yeah, Davy's parents that Mackie is the murderer. And they don't believe him.
No, because again, he's a cop, and he... what we find out right here is that when Davy's family first moved here, Mackie was the first one to, like, help them out in moving.
Yeah.
And it's good to know here is that initially when he helped the family move in, it was to move stuff in the attic.
I didn't notice that!
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! Stop!
That's important later.
That is important later, unfortunately.
It's very important later.
So now, Davy's in trouble.
Yeah.
Because
they're all in trouble.
All the kids
are in trouble because basically they fucking snooped.
haven't found evidence. But that's a lot of evidence.
That is a lot of evidence.
I know circumstantial evidence is, like, basically not valid in a court of law, but that's too coincidental.
Yeah.
All the fucking dirt, the hydroxide, or whatever the fuck it was called,
In the
pickaxe,
storage unit,
the shovels,
yeah.
the multiple
t-shirt,
vehicles.
Yeah.
There's blood on the shirt. Like, get that shit DNA tested. Well, it's the 80s.
It's the 80s. But still, it's like they have the proof. They have, like, an eyewitness, which was Davey seeing the kid in the living room.
Yeah. He's the last person. Mackey's the last person to have seen the kid.
Yeah. But they don't bring up that they had the kid in the living room until now that they're apologizing. And Mackie brushes it off as it was his nephew or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his nephew coming to visit. And fucking Davey's dad just takes it like, all right, that sounds like fine. That sounds, believable. They do, like, basically tell him, like, yeah, that night when we were
playing Manhunt,
we were actually just, like, snooping.
Yeah. And, like, a few weeks ago, he saw that kid in Mackey's house.
Yeah. And they also, like, confessed to being the ones knocking over his trash.
And digging in his garden.
Yeah.
And Mackey, like, gets a kick out of it. Like, this is where
I bet he does.
This is where I was like, damn, like, he really probably didn't even do anything. This is how fast I give up on shit like this, where I'm like, oh yeah, no, he probably didn't do anything. But then finding out later that you were right the entire time, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I watched this, I still didn't believe it. I was like, nah, that shit's too convenient.
Yeah.
It's too convenient. Like, he had to have done something out of everything, you know? It can't be, like, a dumb coincidence.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we get them, apologizing, and he's like, okay. Now...
Mackey's like, no hard feelings.
Yeah, there's no hard feelings.
Yeah, and he's like, I remember what it was like to be your age and being in the summer and, like, wanting to find something to do and this, that, and the other. Which, I mean, understandable. But Davey's like, this doesn't change anything. This doesn't change anything because, like, the evidence is so against Mackey at this point. With the blood and the fucking... I still don't know what the hell he was about with that fucking dirt in his garden. I guess just to throw them off, but... Unless, like, because serial killers have this thing where they like the idea of possibly getting found out.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why he did that. He did that to throw them off. Or, like, to steer them in a different direction.
Oh, probably, because he knew about the G.I. Joe walkie-talkie.
Unless that part of the garden is where he's put, which, I mean, doesn't make any sense because it would kill his plants. Unless that's where he's dumping the decompositioned stuff from the chemicals.
No, it wouldn't be.
No.
Because that would have been more destroyed in this garden.
Yeah.
Like, his garden would have been more destroyed than that. That's not it.
No. We can look it up later, because, like...
He definitely knew what they were up to.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So...
And now, conveniently...
Yeah, Nikki calls, Davey and asks him to come over.
Yeah.
And they're looking at pictures.
Yeah, we get this whole, like, subplot with Nikki. And honestly, I think it's really cute.
It is cute.
It's a nice break from everything in this movie.
Yeah, the rest of this movie is pretty tense, TBH. Yeah. Like, the idea of being caught by the serial killer is very, very scary to me. I'm like, creepy. But it's very fun. And at first I didn't like the subplot that much, but I've warmed up to it. By the end of it, I really warmed up to it.
Yeah, I like this subplot because, like, it might not seem important, but it is a nice break.
Yeah. And I mean, Davey's gotta have somebody to confide in.
Yeah.
And he wants to leave. And she figures out that he got caught, like she said he would.
Yeah, it's basically like a I told you so moment.
Yeah.
And she does tell him, like, I hope that you learned your lesson now, like, you need to stop doing that.
She asks him how he's here right there, and he's like, oh, my parents are downtown, so I'm just like, I snuck out. Which I mean. And we also want to note that, all of the friends bailed on Davey because they're just like, this is not worth our time. We're all in trouble. So just like, let's just drop it and leave it as is. So that's fun. So now we are going to, Davey's still home alone. Mackie comes up to his door.
Oh yeah, this dude, he's playing fucking smart.
Yeah. And it's noted that there's a whiteboard on the fridge with emergency numbers listed. This will be important in a minute.
Yes.
Oh, this movie's so fucking good, dude. I like this movie a lot. It's very fun.
I know you would.
Oh, man. It's fucking great.
I knew you would like it.
Hell yeah. Well, you know me really well at this point.
Yeah, so Davey gets the good idea to ask him, like, hey, I know you mentioned, like, your nephew the last time we were talking about it. Do you think, like, you know, just to ease his thoughts, could you maybe call him?
Yeah, because...
to confirm this.
He still thinks that, oh, maybe my dad is right, maybe Mackie didn't actually do this, so we could just call the parents, or the nephew, rather.
You know, like, us to confirm it. And when he does, like, give him the phone and he calls, no one answers. Conveniently, no one answers. And he's like, all right, it's fine. And Mackie is like, don't worry about it. And then, like, don't worry about all this. Like, he'll find a way to, like, let him out of the house, which I thought was really creepy.
Yeah. And Mackie leaves, but then Davey pulls a smart and...
he dials the operating number.
Yeah, and backtracks, like, to ask what was the last number that was called on this phone. And it was Mackie's house.
Yes, he called his own house. Like, that's a very good, like, cover-up type of thing to do.
Yeah, and I even called it, too. I was like, oh, I bet he's gonna call his own house.
Yeah, like, I thought that the first time I saw it, too. I was like, this fucker.
Like, we watch too much true crime for this, dude. Like, we can figure it out. It's like... it's such a true crime thing to do.
It is. It's, like, really, like... why are you this smart, motherfucker? I mean, because honestly, like, I'm not used to watching people be, like, so smart in this thing, you know? Like, it's just...
I also have to point out...
what the hell, dude?
Yeah, I also have to point out Davey put a fucking knife from the butcher's block in his back pocket just in case Mackie tried to pull something.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I see. I helped your dad get some stuff into the attic. Don't like that. I don't like that, bro. See, it's subtle shit like that I appreciate later on.
Yeah.
Because I didn't catch that the first time. So conveniently, later that night, after everything that's been happening, you know, getting the number back, tracked down, and everything like that, the killer is conveniently arrested. And it's not Mackie.
No. But yeah, it's good to know that Davey has everyone over.
Yeah.
Because he's so convinced that it's him, but when he goes downstairs, because it's like, Mom's calling him.
Yeah.
She's like,
I want you to see this.
Yeah, like, I want you to see this. They caught the killer, pretty much.
The killer.
Or who they think was the killer.
Uh-huh.
It was not. So Davey does turn on his, like, walkie-talkie, which turns on the one in the room with all his friends.
Yeah.
And they're able to hear the broadcast.
Yeah. So then I do want to know who this rando is that they arrested. I don't know if this is, like, an innocent guy, if he's been framed, or if he actually did something.
It's probably been framed. Like, I wouldn't put it past.
Please, wrong guy.
Because usually that's what happens.
Yeah.
Or they just pin it on, like, a known criminal, you know?
Yeah. Which is kind of shady. Definitely shady, actually.
Very shady. But Davey does not, like, believe it at all. Because it's too soon.
And now his mom at the moment is, like, reprimanding him, being like,
Yeah.
I told you so. We told you so. Mackie's not a killer. He's a hero. Yada, 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 yada.
Yeah, it's stupid. But all his friends also believe it too, because it's like, see, there's nothing to fucking worry about. Like, and they don't want to continue this either because they didn't like that they got in big trouble. Basically, was just grounded or something.
Yeah.
To
the rest
them.
of the summer.
Yeah.
And they're just, Davey's trying to convince them super hard that, no, I still believe it's Mackie. It's too convenient that they found the killer the same day that all of this shit happened.
Yeah.
So now, they're gonna break, well, at least Davey is gonna break into the house with his dad's camcorder and try to get evidence on film. Boy howdy, does he ever, when they get there. At least down in the basement anyway. It's always the fucking basement, dude.
Yeah. Obviously, it's always the basement.
To be fair, it's also like underground, and the windows are easy to get blacked out. So I mean,
Exactly.
it's fucked up.
Um,
You fast forward a little
but
bit.
he has like Woody with him, right?
Yeah.
He has Woody with him because
Woody
he's
and Nikki.
controlling the camera.
Yeah, Woody
And
Nikki.
but Curtis is at the party fair thing that they have.
Yeah, the carnival.
Yeah. And
And we
we get a little glimpse of how his family is, and we understand
they're
more
arguing
of
and stuff.
why he's like that. I
Yeah.
think that's his like brother or something
I hope not.
that approaches him, asking if he like needs a ride or whatever, but he like fucking flips him off.
Yeah. Yeah, his name's Kyle.
Yeah. So of course it's Kyle.
I was gonna say, of course, it's a guy named Kyle.
So Eats actually has his lookout spot just in case Mackie goes straight home, is like a bus stop or something, or like just a bench.
I think it's a bus stop.
It looks more like a bus stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just waiting there to see at the intersection, because that's where like most cars go for this type of thing. Because he knows that that's the path to Mackie's house.
Yeah. So
And
I'm guessing. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So we get Davy and Woody going into Davy's dad's van.
Yeah, I'm guessing his dad is actually like a cameraman
Yeah.
instead of like a newspaper writer, which is what we originally thought. It would make more sense for him to be a cameraman to have a camera in his van.
That's true. I mean, still working with news though.
Yeah, it's Channel 5 News. Says
But
so
they-
on the camera.
Nice. But they're both able to like break into Mackie's house.
Yeah,
By the
Woody's
window.
really sweet. Woody's like, oh, I'm not gonna let my best friend go into a serial killer's house by himself.
Hell yeah.
Good shit, Woody.
And
You're
they
awesome.
both get
Awesome dude.
get jump scared by Nikki, who's like slamming her hands against the window.
Which is not fucking cool.
No. I thought it was funny.
It was funny.
I also like her shirt.
I like her shirt a lot. It's because it's got the rainbow on it, bro.
It looks good on her, that's why.
It does look good on her. Ugh, 80s style. Ain't nothing like it, dude.
Yeah.
She
A
kind of reminds me of Sarah Paxton for some reason.
bit, yeah.
A little bit. What the hell was Curtis eating just there? What the fuck? Was that a donut?
It's an apple.
Oh, it's an apple. Okay. I saw sprinkles and I automatically thought donut.
That's caramel apple.
Oh,
So
yum.
we get the officers unveiling that like garden thing.
Yeah. Wish with 100 pounds of dirt. That's
Yeah.
still a lot of fucking dirt for
It's
a little
still-
garden.
So much dirt for that amount of thing that they're showcasing at that little fair. And that's when Curtis is like calls in and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore." Like he's innocent.
Yeah.
I'm like, Curtis, come on.
Come on, Curtis. You're smarter than this, man.
Also, throughout the whole entire thing, with the three of them, like Nikki, Woody, and Davy going into the basement, we were like, "Yo, you could walk faster than that."
Yeah, we were like, please pick it up because, like, we know we're on a time crunch. Why are you walking like you have 10 years? You
exactly. You do not. That shit was like really annoying. Honestly, that's the only thing I didn't like about the movie was that
don't. Hurry it up. I know you're
they were
scared.
so slow.
I know you're scared, but you gotta fucking hurry up.
They do get spooked because something the
Curtis
water
calls in.
heater, right,
I
in the basement.
can't remember. We'll see in a second. We'll see.
I think it's the water heater that like
Yeah,
scares
yeah,
them.
yeah. It's the water boiler.
Yeah.
Because that was noted at the beginning of the movie where it made a loud banging noise,
Mm-hmm.
which fucking scared the shit out of me. TBH. Like, bruh.
Honestly.
Eats is listening to punk rock.
And he thinks he sees, or well, like he hears
a
one of the car.
It's just a rando.
Yeah. So he's just like,
It's
it's
an
fine.
NPC. It's fine.
And we do get the
Oh, go faster in the basement, please.
yeah. So we would get the three of them in the basement, and it's pretty dark. But Davey says there's like a light right there on the camera.
There's a light on the camera. Because you need to be able to see the person who's getting interviewed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ugh, this is so fucking creepy.
It's very creepy.
I love it. Walk faster! God, I'm watching it again. I'm like, please.
Yeah.
We do.
And we do get Curtis scaring Eats
Yeah.
at the bus stop, and he tells him like it's over, like Mackie's innocent, so they both head over to his house. And that's like kind of the last we see of them in the movie, like in general.
So, yeah.
Except at the end. But now we have
We're in the room that was locked now.
Yes. That Davey saw initially when he first went down there, but
didn't think anything of it at
No.
first. And Davey lockpicked it because Eats taught him how. Said it's really easy. Which I mean.
And then there is another door which they do open.
Uh-huh.
And when they're looking around, they see that it's like there's a curtain and there's a bathtub in the little room.
Yeah. A little faster, Davey. God.
And that's where...
There's a half-decayed kid in there, dude.
Yeah, that's where we see that.
And there's also the same guy who got chloroformed earlier is down there, too.
Yeah, the one that we saw run away from something when he was walking out of the house.
Yup, and got snatched. Got fucking snatched, bro. That's a cool shot.
It is a very cool shot. So that explains why they weren't able to, like,
and there's pictures
see
of
them.
All the victims as well. Yeah, they're looking at the pictures now. And they look down at the tub, and it is the red-haired kid. Yeah, I just now noticed it's the red-haired kid.
They're able to drag the kid, like, upstairs.
Yeah.
But
not
Davey...
the dead one. Not the dead one.
No, not the dead one.
Don't touch that. Do not touch.
No, it's not the dead one. It's the one that was chloroformed. And when they get upstairs, Davey sees, like, all the pictures again.
The family pictures.
Oh, the family pictures that,
were all the kids that were in the newspapers that were missing.
Like, they're all family photos.
Yeah, just not Matthew's family.
And then he sees his picture with his family, and he figures out that he was gonna be the next victim.
Yep, it's fucking scary. So now we cut immediately to the police station. And they're showing them the tape and the dead body.
Yeah, I like that the head, like...
The cop in the background looked like he's about to throw up.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
I don't blame him. Yeah, he's like, get this son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. So now they are on the hunt for this dude.
Yeah.
And Woody stays over at Davey's house, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He stays over at Davey's house because his mom is gonna pick him up after her shift at work.
And at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're not gonna catch Mackie because he's gone.
He's
MIA.
long gone.
He's
yeah.
MIA.
They
at the moment.
cannot find him, but his Davey's parents are like reassuring him and Woody that like it's gonna be okay. Like they're gonna find him and they're gonna take care of him. Like nothing else is gonna happen to you guys.
These kids need extensive therapy.
Oh,
just seeing a dead body like that in general.
Oh, yeah.
Therapy to the max. But after what happens in the next 20 minutes...
Davey needs a lot of therapy.
Therapy.
Davey needs a lot of therapy after everything that has happened.
He better become a fucking detective when he grows up.
I doubt that with how he is in the end. So basically, we get that whole thing where the parents are like reassuring the kids, saying that they're gonna be okay. But as it turns out, when
everyone goes to sleep that night at Davey's house.
Yes.
Mackie, you just see the attic stairs go down. And I literally went, oh, fuck.
He's hiding in the attic.
He's hiding in the attic like a fucking creep.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
And he ends up chloroforming both boys.
Yeah, both Woody and Davey. And this is, right now we're in the car on the way home, and the dad's like, I love you, pal, and I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, this is where he apologizes.
This is a very, very good scene. I'm proud of you. And I'm like, ah! This is where I was like, okay, it's either going to end here, or something is about to happen. Something really bad is about to happen.
Yeah, you didn't even like when you thought it was going to end,
yeah,
right there.
I was like, wait, but I really want him to be caught.
Before we get to, like, Mackie coming out of the
attic. Because it fades to a black. I was like, oh my god, are they ending it right here? But no.
No, so we cut to Mackie, like, coming out of the attic.
Yeah.
And he does chloroform both boys, and they wake up in a car.
Yep.
And I think it is his police car, right? His police cruiser?
Yeah, it's his cruiser.
They wake up in his police cruiser. They're able to untie themselves, like, helping each other out with that.
Yeah. But then he starts chasing them.
Into the woods.
Which we'll kind of finish up here because we are rounding the end. He chases them in the woods. He, unfortunately...
I think Woody gets injured.
They split up to try and distract them so one or both can get away from him.
Yeah, so Woody's able to get to the police cruiser while Davy was trying to like distract him to run towards him than Woody.
Yeah, Woody
but Davy ends up getting I think stabbed, right?
I can't remember. It was either stabbed or tackled. But
yeah, no, it's both.
It's
he
both.
ends up getting stabbed in the leg again.
But when Woody gets to the cruiser, Mackie comes up behind him and slits his throat.
Yep.
Which is not fun.
It is not fun at all.
I was real sad. I didn't cry, but I was real sad.
And you were just upset.
I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I was just not happy, bro. Oh, he tells him to stay there. He doesn't even stab him or anything. And poor Davey
he did stab him because
did he?
Yeah, he did. Because when he was looking out, when Davey was looking out for him, he surprised him and did stab him, catching him off guard and leaving him there.
All right.
But
so yeah, there goes Woody.
When Davey goes to see up, he finally gets to go up there and he's leaning against the back of the cruiser. He sees Woody's body. And then Mackie goes on this whole entire thing.
This whole tirade.
About, like, you did this. You made me do this to Davey. He's like, you made me do this. No, to Davey.
No, Woody's the one who got killed.
Yeah, Woody's the one who gets killed.
Yeah.
And then he gets...
He's blaming Davey for Woody getting killed.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. You said, you did this to Davey, not Woody.
No, I said that you made me do this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is your fault, yada yada yada.
Yeah. Or he's like, he wants to hurt Davey, but he's not going to do anything because he'd rather him suffer throughout his whole life trying to figure out whether he's going to go after him or not. Like, he wants him to feel that fear. And I'm like, that's sick as hell. That's fucking torture.
Yeah.
And it's sad as fuck. Because, like, when you think about it, that's what most of, like, horror movie characters who survive their movie go through after. Because they're like, if their killer is not dead, then they're figuring out, like, how are they going to go about their lives after all this.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking sad.
This is really sad. This is a fucking bummer, dude. This is a bummer of an ending.
Yeah, like, you can tell that Davey's just, like, he's broken.
Yeah.
Completely broken. And
this fucker gets away.
Yeah, he does.
I hate it.
He does get away. That's what makes it, like, more upsetting, is that the fact that he doesn't get caught.
Luckily, Davey does get rescued by a random guy. Because he's just left there in the middle of nowhere.
He's left there, but I think he crawls away, like, because he's nowhere near where he was left.
Yeah, no.
So he's able... Away. Yeah. He was able to get help and taken to the hospital where his parents are with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, most of the ending shots that we get is Davey being paranoid.
Yeah.
About the whole entire situation.
And has the same dialogue from the opening.
Yeah, so we get the rehashing of the dialogue in the opening. And he has his own, like, paper route again, but it's different this time than the opening because we see Nikki passing him by in the car while they're leaving town. Mm-hmm. And we get Eats and I think his, like, family throwing...
Eats and Curtis.
Yeah, Eats and Curtis, like, throwing shit from the house, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was all about. I don't know what that was all about.
I don't know either. I wish I knew. But I don't know.
Yeah, this
and then we get...
Bummer, bro.
The last shot is basically him in front of Mackie's house with the guard tapes.
Yeah, the
with,
police
like,
tape.
Yeah, with the police tape. And he's just...
This guy is not doing good.
No, he's not.
Which, understandable. The only thing that could have been worse is if he actually watched his friend get killed.
Yeah.
Which, luckily, he didn't, but, like, still, his friend got killed.
I mean, okay, like, luckily he didn't, but he still saw the body, which was, like...
just still bad enough.
It's still really bad. But yeah, that's the movie. That's how it ends. Like, we get his whole thing where...
It's a bummer ending, guys.
Yeah, it is a very bummer ending.
Oh, boy. Literally, my last statement was, this sucks, end.
So what did you think about this movie?
Bro, I fucking love this movie. This movie was really, really good. I'm wondering if, like, they're not friends anymore, because they're, like, just avoiding eye contact with each other.
Probably.
And I think that what they were throwing out was the chalkboard from the treehouse. And some branches is what I saw. So I'm wondering if they're taking down the treehouse. Because there's just, like, no point in having it now.
Oh, yeah.
If they're not friends anymore, so, I mean...
Yeah.
Which this would break up a friendship. Like, this
yeah,
is,
but
like,
again,
a lot
like,
to go through.
Again, it's like, it's not even, like, Davy's fault.
No, it's not his fault. It's nobody's fault.
It's nobody's fault.
But Mackie's, because Mackie's a sick fucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 milk cartons.
Nice.
Because it was really good. I really enjoyed it. The only gripe I have, and this is why I brought it down by 0.5 points, was because they're too fucking slow going through that house at the end. I'm like, dude, speed up, please. Just a little bit. But other than that, like...
That's the only thing I don't like, but I do give it, like, full 4 stars.
Yeah, 4.5 out of 5 for me. I loved this movie. This movie was fucking great.
It's a definite recommend, like, good summer movie.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Definitely a good summer movie.
Summer of '84, guys.
Yeah.
Definitely go watch that shit. It's on Shudder. It's free if you have Shudder, and it's, what, $1.99 on Amazon?
Yes, it's $1.99 on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. So, what are some fun facts that you have for us this week?
Yes, I do.
Sweet.
So when the boys are in the clubhouse talking about Nikki, Tommy is seen drinking a bottle of McReady's whiskey, and this is a nod to The Thing, where Kurt Russell's character R.J. McReady drinks J&B Scotch whiskey at different points in the movie.
That's fun. I like the little horror movie nods. They're fun.
Yes. So, this is where we get into, like, the serial killer nods in the 80s. So, one of the photos of the missing boys that is shown is an actual victim of John Wayne Gacy.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes. I don't know which one.
I don't know how I feel about that.
But there is one that is an actual photo of
I hope the family was okay with that.
Victim of John Wayne Gacy.
I hope the family was okay with that.
So, Faraday, the person who plays Curtis,
Yeah.
wears a very similar, if not the same make of aviator glasses worn by the serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer.
No! Don't do my boy like this.
Yep.
That's the guy who's from Anne with an E.
So at one point in the movie, Mackie mentions to Davy that he has a couple of walkies retired from the police force that he can borrow, saying that they can pick up everything, which, again, we said this in the breakdown, that it implies that Mackie could have been listening to the boys' communications all along.
Oh, I didn't even, like, think about that. That would make a lot of sense, though. If, like, the police walkies can pick up on anything, why wouldn't it be able to pick up the walkies that they already had?
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. That's fucking scary to think about. I don't like that.
So, in Mackie's secret lockup, we see the Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah.
And it's the same make of car owned by serial killer Ted Bundy.
For fuck's sake. The fucking car?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense because he would take out the passenger seat and put his victims in there.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Wow.
Okay.
Here I am. It's a pretty bug. It is a very pretty bug, though.
It is. It really is. I think it's just really funny. When you were saying all this about it, and I knew this fact already.
Fucking damn it. It's pretty, okay? I like the color.
It is. Okay, so at one point, Mackie tells Davy that when his father moved into the neighborhood 15 years ago, he helped him move stuff into the attic.
Uh-huh.
This is, again, where we pointed that out. At the end of the movie, Mackie hides in the same attic to escape the police.
How the fuck did he get into the... Well, I guess everybody was gone. Everybody was at the police station, so that probably gave him time. And knowing the 80s, they probably left their front doors unlocked, so...
Yes.
Or the windows unlocked. Something. One or the other. Pick your poison.
Okay, this is the last one that I have.
Uh-huh.
So, in addition to bearing similarities to John Wayne Gacy, Officer Mackie resembles Dean Corll, a serial killer who murdered 28 boys and young men in
Holy shit.
Houston, Texas area between 1970 and 1973. Corll has known to give out candy to local children. A similar moment occurs in the film.
The popsicles.
When Mackie hands out popsicles to kids who are playing in the street.
Stop. That's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Here's the thing. I don't either.
It's a very good touches, though. Like, it's a very good touch to have.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
That must be where the whole candy thing came from, then, if it's that particular serial killer.
Probably. Yeah.
Like, because that's, like, something that we all grew up with. Don't take candy from strangers.
Yeah. Ooh, I got a story about that.
Oh, God, you fucking do?
Yeah.
Mom's got a story about that, too.
I got a story about that. I mean, I guess I could tell it.
Yeah. I'll tell Mom's, too.
So, me and my cousins, we have, like, younger cousins who are a couple years younger than us. But it was just me and the little ones outside playing in front of my aunt's front yard. And mind you, it was, like, evening. Like, it was dark out. But we were still playing, and the adults were inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Adam was there.
Mm-hmm.
And the other older cousins were there. But they were inside. I was the only one outside. And this, like, car came up to the fence.
Yeah.
And these, like, dudes came out. And immediately I told all the kids to, like, get in back of me. Like, get far from the fence.
Yeah. Oh, I think you told me this before.
Yes. And he was like, do you guys want some candy? And I was the only one to go up because I was, like, telling him to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was, like, my cousin Lucy who came out. He was, I told him, like, hey, go get, like, my mom and, the other, like, adults that were in the house to come outside. And that was when, like, I turned around. This dude was almost gonna grab my hand, and that was when I told him to go get the other adults.
Yeah.
And they immediately got into the car and, like, left.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom's got a similar story that I will tell. I do have to give a little bit of a trigger warning because it's fucked up. But she was almost just straight up kidnapped, dude. I'm talking like she was... I think this was before she was, like, 10 years old, I think.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I was, like, 9 or 10 when this happened.
Yeah, so I think Mom was probably, like, 8 or 9. But, I can't remember how or when this happened. I can't remember if she was, like, walking home from... I think she was walking home from a friend's house. Or she was in front of a friend's house getting ready to walk home. Because they live in the same neighborhood, right? Mm-hmm. And this dude came up, and I think he was in, like, a convertible, I'm pretty sure. He pulled up beside Mom. He asked her, hey, little girl, you want some candy? And he had his penis in his hand. So that happened. Luckily, her mom's friend's mom saw what was happening, and he just drove off as soon as she came outside.
Jesus.
So yeah, that is... Ugh. Why are people like this?
Oh.
I hate this. The gross world we live in.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mom almost got kidnapped when she was real little, and I don't... Stop. But yeah. Go check out Summer of '84. It's on Shudder. It's on Amazon. Super good movie. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 milk cartons.
It is such a good movie.
It's a very good movie. Very fun to watch. Anyway, Little Spooks, that's going to be it for us today.
Alright, join us next Saturday as we discuss I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Hell yeah!
This is another one of my favorites. It's fucking cheesy as shit, but I love it.
Cheesy's always fun.
It's also written by Kevin Williamson, who is the same writer for Scream.
Nice! That makes sense. That actually tracks quite a bit.
Yeah. Also, did you know that Kevin Williamson also wrote Dawson's Creek?
I've never seen Dawson's Creek.
I haven't either.
I'm just aware of it.
Same.
I know there was like a love letter to the Blair Witch Project at some point in that show. Yeah. That's all I know about it.
But yeah, to prepare you for next week, you can watch I Know What You Did Last Summer. You can rent it on $3.99 for Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Again, you have to go through like your browser and all this. You have to go through the app on your smart TV.
Yeah, guys, Amazon's funky.
Yeah, you can't do this over the app.
You can do it on Xbox probably though, right? Or PS?
Probably? I did it over PS. That's why you have to do it over the app.
Gotcha. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
like on your
yeah.
smart TV or like any of your consoles that you have it on, you could do it on those. But you cannot do it like on your phone on the app or anything. So that's really stupid.
It's fine.
But there it is.
Get your shit together, Amazon. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Also, we're not sponsored by any of these people.
No, we are not. I would love it though, but we are not.
Please shudder. Anyways, don't forget to rate us and tap that bell icon on Spotify so you don't miss any of our episodes. We post weekly, or we try to anyway. Sometimes we're a little late, but that's okay. If you want to follow the Guarded by Demons socials, we're on Twitter at Guarded Demons, and we're also on Anchor, YouTube, and Instagram at Guarded by Demons. We also have an email, guardeddemonpod@gmail.com, if you want to write in and suggest some topics, movies, games we could play on the podcast, or just tell us how we did. Be nice about it. I tell you guys this every week. Be nice. I'm sensitive. I will cry if you're not.
Also, we are going to be doing some Halloween episodes
Yeah.
in October. And since that's coming up, we want to have you guys send in your ghost stories. If you have any ghost stories that we can read on the podcast, like that would be great. Like send us an email about all those. And if you guys like suffer from nightmares,
sleep paralysis,
send us some spooky stuff that you have dreamt, because like we would love to talk about that, because we are going to do an episode about nightmares too.
This is also a thing I just really want us to do in general. I really want us to get the community involved more with their stories, because I think listener stories are very interesting. Again, I talked about them earlier. Guide to the Unknown has we should tag them when we post this episode up on Twitter, but they have all kinds of listener stories. I've actually been, not me personally like talking, but a couple of my stories have been featured on there, and they even have an episode named after what my family's like senses are called, the sensitives. So yeah, look for that episode if you want to hear about a couple of my ghost stories, but I will share them in October.
Yeah, I have plenty of ghost stories.
You still continue to get some, because you were literally just touched the other day while you were in the shower on the back.
Yeah.
Which I don't like for you.
I don't like it either. I mean, I've had those experiences before, like in the shower, and I'm just like, no.
Stop. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked.
Once again, I am Kimberly, and if you want to follow me on my personals, I am the Lesbian Spook on Twitter, and I am Spooky Scary Lesbian on both Twitch and Tumblr. I do play some horror games on Twitch every now and then. I'm hoping to at least play some Resident Evil 2 during the week, this coming week. But we will be
sitting.
Yes, so we'll have more time, hopefully, maybe. But we are planning on playing the Quarry in October.
Yeah. Don't spoil it. If you send spoilers, I'm not gonna be happy.
Yeah, please don't, because like we've avoided spoilers for this long, and we're gonna play it in October. And we're also towards the end of October and part of November we'll also both be playing
FNAF.
Not FNAF.
Not FNAF. Okay,
no.
You're just playing that. You're just gonna have me suffer with the headphones.
Yes, you are. I'm gonna be playing FNAF on my channel during October. We will both be playing the Quarry on Lexi's channel.
Yeah.
Which that will be very, very fun. But we will both separately be playing the DLC for
Village.
Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil Village. Yeah,
Yes.
We're excited about that. Hopefully, did they say it was coming out on PS4 or is it just PS5? Because we don't have a PS5.
I think it's also PS4.
Hey, one of you guys want to fucking, I don't know, send us a PS5 disc edition? No, I'm kidding. Don't actually do that.
No one's gonna do that. It's expensive as shit.
I know it's expensive. I'm fucking around.
But yeah, if you want to follow both of our handles on Twitch, go for it, because we're gonna have a lot more content.
Yeah, I'm Lexi. If you want to follow me on Twitch, it's at SemiProEagle. I play a variety of games there. I also draw, but I recently, just like the other day, the day before yesterday, the day it came out, just started playing Stray, which is a cute little game about you play a little orange cat. And you're trying to find, like, you get separated from your friends at the beginning. This is not a spoiler, this happens at the very beginning. But you get separated from your friends at the beginning, and you have to go through this dystopian city. Humans are extinct, and there's just robots, and you have to find your way back to your friends. and I still don't know how it ends. Do not spoil it for me. I will steal your niece. I've also been drawing Eddie Munson on my channel, just to get past the grief of Stranger Things Season 4. But yeah, then that's about it for me.
Yeah. If you're listening to this on YouTube, all the links that we say will be put in the description. And if you enjoyed today's episode, give the video a like and consider subscribing to us.
Yeah, and once again, I would like to give a big special shout out to Guide to the Unknown, because I mentioned them a couple times, and I've been re-listening to some of their listener stories in particular the past few days, and I listened to the very first episode I listened from them, which was their episode about Dear David. And yeah, just shout out to them, because they're pretty great. We love you, Kristen, as well. Anyways, stay spooky!